What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I got some new news concerning Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder states that the UK fans don't like him because of he's a dark-skinned black man, and he speaks his piece. And when you speak your piece being a black man, especially a dark-skinned black man, that immediately intimidates a lot of people. And what I say to that is, I say that's just bullshit. You know what I mean? I think he's really reaching, and I think he's making an excuse for why certain people don't like him. Now, to say every person from the UK don't like Deontay Wilder, I don't think that's the truth. I mean, he's aware of what I'm pretty sure that the UK, the people that like boxing from the UK are aware of his situation with Fury and with Joshua. Okay, so we got to pretend like that doesn't happen. But he's trying to say that the UK fans don't like him because he's dark-skinned. Okay, who else is fighting, or what other dark-skinned fighters that are from the UK that are there or that were fighting that are dark-skinned? We got Chris Eubanks Sr. We got Frank Bruno. We have Dillian White. All these guys are dark-skinned guys. They're not like beige or tan or light-skinned. They're dark-skinned black people. They're British. Now, he didn't say dark-skinned Americans. He said just dark-skinned black man, right? Because I'm dark-skinned and I speak my piece. Maybe, just maybe, they don't like you is because you don't show class. See, there's a classification in the UK, and I know this because I was told from a friend of mine, an actor by the name of Lenny James. Lenny James is an actor from Fear of the Walking Dead and The Walking Dead. And I worked with him earlier this year for a couple months, and he told me the classification of people. Now, he did say this. He said there is racism in the UK, but he said it's very subtle and it's hard to really determine or decipher. So unless Deontay Wilder has some type of discerning spirit that he's able to detect racism from these particular people, I call it all wrong. You know what I mean? I'm assuming that these people that say or have said something to him that gave him the indication that they don't like him or he's racist because he's a dark-skinned black man or whatever, that has said something to him, about a lungs of coward or whatever. You know what I mean? But that doesn't mean they're racist. They probably just don't like you. You know what I mean? Because of what I stated before, you probably are showing no class or very little class. And when people that are of a certain stature see that you don't possess class, they're immediately not going to like you. You know what I mean? Because they can't identify with you. They're not going to be able to connect with you, okay? Because you won't be able to connect with them. That's how it happens. That's how it works. You know what I mean? So I look at it like him reaching, saying dark-skinned, just a dark-skinned black man. No, that's unacceptable. You know what I mean? I don't buy that at all. Now, if he would have said, if I was American, okay, that's nationality now. That's something totally different. But he said a dark-skinned black man, right? So that's what we have to go on. So there's a lot of dark-skinned black British men in the UK, and they're adored in UK. They're liked. They're favored, They're famous in the UK. They're very well known. So I don't see where he gets that from, and he's like, oh man, I'm a gift of God. I'm this, I'm that. Well, that's good that you feel that way. But, saying people don't like you in the UK is because of your skin, I think that's bullshit. And I think someone coming from Tuscaloosa, Alabama, I think he only knows the racism in his own backyard. And I don't even know if he knows or can tell the difference between subtle racism and blatant racism. You know what I mean? And I don't even know what type of racism he's accustomed to in Alabama. But if it's anything like Louisiana, okay, that's nothing like racism in Chicago or Michigan or UK and other places, you know. And so I don't even really see how he could really compare, oh, they racist, because he hasn't even lived in the UK to see how even people talk to one another. You know what I mean? So, but again, I just assume, because I'm trying to give him a benefit of the doubt, that something did happen where it was something racial, right? Because we don't know why he said that. It's just something that he thinks that happened. You know what I mean? Or thinks they meant they were racist because of something they said, right? But if it was something legitimate, you know, it depends on what was said, because people use different things in the UK, you know, as my UK fans know, you know what I mean? But yeah, it's just the more and more stuff like this, man, you know what I mean? And that's just an excuse. But I just wanted to run this by you guys. Um, Let me know what you think, you know, from both sides of the pond. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been counterpunched. Peace.